way it fits with ShamWow.
Wash and switch to Old Spice, he could smell like he's me.
Every day, we're bombarded with hundreds or thousands of marketing messages.
Mr. Turtle, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
But when it comes to product advertisement, the stakes are higher than most people think. When you purchase a product labeled as natural or clinically proven, you believe you are making an informed choice based on factual information from the company.
The fiber in Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheat supports your gut health.
But what if the structure of product advertising can be designed to exploit flaws in how you process information?
Hi, I'm Sarah McLaughlin. Will you be an angel for a helpless animal?
We will examine how product advertising has a profound impact on consumer beliefs, behavior, and decision making.
To understand how product advertising can manipulate consumers despite people's aversions to advertising, we must first recognize that individuals can easily trust the information presented about products. When encountering information, whether in conversation or advertisements, people try to understand one another mutually. It's a cognitive process in linguistics called the cooperative principle, as described by linguist Paul Grice in 1975. This assumption creates a critical vulnerability in consumer decision-making. When companies provide partial information about their products, for example, stating that a deodorant is aluminum-free or that a cleaning product is chemical-free, your brain doesn't simply note this single attribute and move on. Instead, research by Bronaziak and Alba from 1994 demonstrates that consumers use the information with their intuitive beliefs to make inferences about missing attributes to make decisions. This means when you see aluminum-free on a deodorant, your brain automatically infers the product must be safer, healthier, and superior to a product containing aluminum. When you see natural or organic on a cleaning or food product, you assume that it's non-toxic and healthier. Companies explicitly make false claims. They simply present positive attributes and allow your cognitive biases to fill in the rest. Companies creating inference decision-making extend across various product categories. A mattress advertised with memory foam is assumed to provide better comfort and support. A skincare product claiming to be a dermatologist recommended is believed to be safer and effective. It doesn't necessarily mean all the aspects are not beneficial to certain individuals, but consumers will make leaps in logic based on incomplete information, which is what companies intend. Consumer perception of basic product attributes is unreliable and easily influenced by advertising framing. Research by Brian Wansink in 2004 noted that consumer perception of food portions can unknowingly vary by as much as 20% depending on how much the information is presented, which we will get into later. This principle applies to across product categories like misjudging effectiveness. Companies exploit consumer perception all the time by highlighting attributes to sound favorable, which creates inference decision making. This is because humans have cognitive biases that create logical vulnerabilities which companies take advantage of.
A powerful and dangerous cognitive bias in product advertising is the halo effect, where consumers perceive a product as healthier or better based on attributes and claims. Research by Chandan and Wanzik in 2007 examined the halo effect, finding that when consumers see one positive claim about a product, their brain creates a halo that perceives the entire product and sometimes brand more positively. Referring back to the example of deodorant that is aluminum-free, consumers don't just infer that the product is better, but can put attributes like that on a pedestal, meaning that consumers will seek products with positive attributes and brands that use them more favorably. This allows companies to claim that their products with positive attributes cost premium prices, generating stronger brand loyalty with customers for their premium products. The positive attribute itself creates perceived value, which can devalue competition and perpetuate the halo effect for higher market value. We can see this demonstrated in research on food products that are labeled as low fat. In an open house study with 269 adult participants, researchers provided M&M candies labeled either as regular or low fat. Then the candies were weighed, and it was found that people who ate M&Ms labeled as low fat consumed 28.4 more calories, Also, overweight participants increase their intake by 47%, while average weight participants increase their consumption by 16%. This pattern applies to all product categories, which is that positive attribute claims don't just influence perception, but they also change consumer behavior. The low-fat label reduced guilt about consumption, which led to overconsumption. Similarly, a skincare product becomes superior simply because it contains hyaluronic acid, regardless of other ingredients and formulation quality. You may ask yourself, can't consumers educate themselves about the products they buy and utilize the internet? They could look up reviews and research attributes and ingredients that are actually beneficial. The answer is both yes and no, unfortunately. Online searching for product information can increase consumer awareness and help people make more informed purchasing decisions. Reading reviews, observing credible sources, and reading scientific research can develop a better understanding of product attributes and ingredients, and making informed choices that align with their needs. However, the potential for a consumer to educate themselves has practical limitations. Nutritional information from independent sources can't compete with advertisers for consumer attention, according to Beth Kuhn noted in 2011. The rise of influencer marketing has made the problem worse, because it's a person as the face of advertising a product. When a social media personality promotes a snack or skincare product, consumers often perceive this as a genuine recommendation rather than an advertisement. The sheer volume of information from advertisements on social media, influencers, websites, TV, etc., and the combination with independent sources can make it hard for a consumer to form an opinion. Not all consumers have strong skills in information evaluation and media literacy, so they can't be blamed. When it comes down to it, advertising is essential. No matter how good a product is or how bad it is, without advertising, it would never be seen by the public. Through billboards, commercials, social media posts, or anything else, consumers will always see advertisements. And through our research, we've realized just how impactful advertisements really are on the consumer. Advertisements don't care about how good or how bad their products truly are at the end of the day. They care about how good their product is portrayed. More often than not, the consumer's benefit is not the prioritization of these companies, but rather the consumer's wallets. Just remember, always do your own research before you decide to buy a product just off an advertisement.